Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. I am messing around with the Hornet Mark II today. This is the F7C Mark II. Now, it is a more agile, sleeker Hornet with more firepower. It's just better, in my opinion, than the rest of the Hornet series. Like, it is just absolutely great. Like, the CIG have... This is one of the first ships I've literally gone, well, it looks like just a direct upgrade to the previous series. Now, the Hornets Mark 1s, which they are now known, they are still a thing. They're effectively their own hull, because this ship is very similar to the Hornet, but it is also sleeker. It is its own hull. So sort of bear that in mind. Normally, the ship just comes with these very big size 4, are they what, Rhino repeaters? CF447s, I think, on its wings. So it just comes with those. But you can chuck the ball mounts on the where the cargo pod is. You can put the size 5 fixed weapon mount if you want. You can put a size 3 weapon on the nose at the moment, or the Hornet bespoke 2 size 1 little turret on the nose as well. I just thought I'd show that off because it's got so much firepower. The amount of mounts it's got for a medium fighter, and now in a more appealing package to me is yeah, I think the ship's absolutely awesome. Now, originally the Mark 1 F7C, the civilian version Mark 1 is $125. This version is $175, and it's hard to say that it's just not better in every way. I feel that it is. Now, obviously, master modes and ship balance and that sort of stuff will come in later, and I suspect the Hornet Mark 1 will be cheaper, maybe have a bit more armor, but it might be cheaper to run and that sort of stuff as well, maybe. But it will have advantages in some way, even if it is just... Actually, this is easier and cheaper to make. It has a purpose in the verse, and very much has a purpose in Squadron 42. So sort of bear that in mind. This Mark II is the Mark II of the civilian version. And we do know that there is a F7A Mark II as well, which, if you do the overdrive missions, you can sort of work towards... because you basically just get an upgrade. You'll get, if you complete all the overdrive phases, you will get a 3-day rental of the F7A Mark II and an upgrade to upgrade this to the F7A as well. And that's a free upgrade, basically, which is absolutely awesome that Cloud Imperium are pushing for things like that you can do in-game. They encourage players to do stuff in-game. Oh, that's weird. So, when I put the landing gear down, the weapons change angle for landing, right? But that also it means they don't converge properly. Well, that's quite cool. So it does get a bit smaller when it lands as well. I like its shapeology and just the way it looks quite a bit more than I do the standard Hornet. It's competing now with my Sabre for favourite medium fighter. Because I love the F7A. Well, the F7C, which is what I actually have. But I love the Sabre more. And this Mark II version is just better than the F7. And I love my F8. I love that heavy fighter. And yeah, it's my favourite heavy fighter, I think, the F8. But yeah, this Mark II really contends with my love of the Sabre, although the Sabre a bit more stealthy, a bit more high-tech. But the F7A would actually sort of... I suppose... Okay. When I just outload it with whatever weapons I want, there is not much difference, right? In an F7A and an F7C. Once I've put all those mounts on it, we do know that with the new gunnery options and stuff, everything's basically going to be... Almost everything's going to be gimbaled. But you don't lose the size of it being gimbaled, which will make fighters, absolutely fantastic. I like this. And I just think it looks great. It's a bit of a combat beast. And obviously, releasing a ship now, just before we get those master mode changes, is a bit odd. Because how is it going to be balanced? What exactly... how is it going to compare to all these other ships in the Pantheon? We don't 100% know. And we can't know until they've got those master mode updates in there. And then there's still going to be a huge amount of balance and tweaking beyond that. But yeah, on paper, it is a fantastic medium fighter. Super high tech for, well, much higher tech than the original Hornet. And yeah, it's just a bit of a cool boy. It's got so much firepower! And sort of, let's have a look at the cockpit. Exactly what you expect from Anvil, cockpit-wise. We've got 8 Marksman 1 missiles, a standard on it as well. It's got a load of firepower. I suspect it burns pretty hot, or will burn pretty hot, once we actually have a bit more balance going on with it. Can we land on the ground? Or we can just sink through the floor? That'd be an interesting end to the video. I would like to have a bit of a look around. See if we can actually land. It is pretty nippy and very responsive. Oh. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I was surprised I could chuck all of the... Well, it's got a lot of water texture on it. It thinks there's water underneath it. But I was surprised I was just able to put these mounts straight on it. And rent them in Arena Commander even. Just bam bam. Chuck on the weapons. It's a really detailed ship. And I haven't really used these Rhinos much before, these repeaters. I'm not really sure where they sit in the meta at the moment. Any exterior buttons I can fiddle with? No. Just gonna do a little pass around. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Obviously, it comes with a sort of cargo pod as standard, but if you want it for combat, just change it. And I like the fact that there wasn't much fuss with me changing it. Yeah, a really cool ship. I am sort of interested to know what you think about it, though. Like, is it a wowzer? Is it like, oh, actually, this ship is absolutely amazing, 100%. Gonna get it. Obviously, you can get this in game. You don't need to spend $175 on getting it. You can get it in game. If you get it in game, will you be able to apply the F7A upgrade? Probably not. Ooh, but you'll be able to get an F7A Mark II in game as well. I do like the fact that people can work towards that F7A upgrade. And obviously, if you complete all the overdrive missions, you will get a 3-day rental of the F7A Mark II. So sort of bear that in mind. Yeah, but is this a ship that you're like, yeah, awesome? Is it a cash grab? Is it something you're like, actually really makes sense? I love the fact they're putting Mark IIs of ships in game. And obviously, they're still going to have the originals there as well. Do you hate it? You're like, no, this is horrible. The original Hornet's better. Or do you not like the Hornets? Yeah, well, what are your thoughts or questions on the ship? I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. And tell me if you're enjoying Overdrive. Tell me if you're really excited about the F7A Mark II. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Let me set you a riddle. You have a fox, a chicken, and a sack of corn, and you have to transport them from one side of the river to the other using a rowing boat. You can only carry one of these with you back and or forth. You can't leave the chicken and the fox together. That's mad. Nor can the chicken be left with the grain. Nor all three together without you. How do you do it? With nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Turn that bad boy on and just set your location to the other side of the river. Done. Not only do you have all your wares, but also you can get around regional content blocks, have your data encrypted for more security. It's easy to toggle on and off. It's non-invasive. It helps you with other riddles as well. If a Sphinx is asking you, what goes on 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? NordVPN, get it now from the links below. Every month we have a giveaway for a ship, and for March we are giving away an Argo raft with persistent hangars, freight elevators, and hauling missions coming with Alpha 3.23. What better way to experience that type of gameplay than with your own hauler? All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of our videos made during the month. A single comment per video counts, so get involved with watching all my videos for more chances to win. There's more details in the description. Also, I won't ask you to contact me on Telegram or anything like that. This is my only YouTube account I will use to talk in my comments as well. Occasionally there are scammers about. I don't want people to get tricked. A massive thank you to everyone that supports the channel, be that liking videos, commenting on them, sharing them. There are also people that go the extra mile. These are amazing people that become Patreons or use the join button under my YouTube videos to become channel members. You'll occasionally get some exclusive content, Discord roles, and behind the scenes posts. It's those people with those memberships that allow us to make the daily Star Citizen content that we do. So please consider joining those awesome folks as well. Thank you for watching until the very end. It is genuinely appreciated, and I hope you have a great March.